Okay, here we are with example 2. First thing we're going to do is look at what the question says. Write the function rule for the graph, identify the domain and range. So this time we're given a graph and we have to figure out what the function rule was. Before we can do that, we have to determine what our points are. So this first point, the coordinates are 1, 2. Our second point right here, the coordinates are 2, 1. This point is right on the line. The coordinates are 3, 0. This point, the coordinates are 4, negative 1. And this last point, the coordinates are 5, negative 2. So I'm going to take those points and I'm going to put them into my table. So the first point was 1, 2. The x was 1. The y is 2. Second point is 2, 1. The x is 2. The y is 1. Next one is 3, 0. X is 3. Y is 0. Then we have 4, negative 1. X is 4. Y is negative 1. And our last point was 5, negative 2. X was 5. Y was negative 2. I know my domain is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I know my range is 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2. All right? Now, I know we know something about slope. This is the slope of my line. This is a negative slope. So I know if I have a negative slope, I'm going to be multiplying my x by a negative number. And I need to figure out what I'm going to add or subtract to it. I'm probably going to add or subtract something to it. So let's take a look at our numbers here. I know that I'm going to multiply my x by a negative number. So let's just start with 1 because that's the lowest negative number that we're going to be using. Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. What would I add to negative 1 to get 2? I would add 3. So let's see if this is going to work. If my value that I'm multiplying by x is negative 1 and then adding 3, am I going to get the same y for my range, for all of my values in my range? Well, if I substitute 2 in for x, negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. So it worked for that point. If I substitute 3 in for x, negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. Negative 3 plus positive 3 is 0. It worked for that point. How about 4? Negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. I'll bet you this is going to work for the last one too. Negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. So this is our function rule, but we're not going to have the 1 there. Remember, anytime you multiply something by 1, it's assumed. So we're going to rewrite this as y equals negative x plus 3. And that's the correct way to write this. So try numbers 5 and 6. And then come back and see how you did. Remember, these aren't easy. It maybe takes 1 or 2 tries to figure out the function rule. But start by determining what the coordinates are of your points.